Hey folks, welcome back. Okay, so in the last episode we grabbed another province and we've been recruiting some more troops as well. I think what we're going to do is, I think it's time to roll the turn on. We need to pick a magic school. So conjuration 2, not useful until level 3 really. Level 3 is not bad. Actually, it looks like Feminie have access to herd of elephants, pride of lions, ambush of tigers, and herd of buffaloes. These are animals. These actually can be kind of interesting. I reckon you could do some interest. Well, these are kind of like, you tend to cast these so you get a whole bunch of big hit point chaff. Some of them are better than others. The elephants are pretty cool. I should get 5+ elephants now for 20 gems. That's not bad. 15 lions for 9 nature gems is pretty cool. 15 tigers, and then we've got 5+ buffaloes. Okay, so I mean, we could combine that with some of our other magic. Maybe casting blur on them or something, or displacement. Could be quite funny. Some terrifying displaced lions leaping down your throat. Let's send these guys over in this direction. I think we're probably going to be okay with this since we've got some lady knights. I don't think archers are going to be able to do anything against those guys. We've got a fair amount of them now. We are going to. Yeah, Amelia is moving back here. She's going to command this army and bring them into this way, into Sophia next turn, I think. Yeah, I think I'd rather have that and the extra troops rather than get another lady commander. I think this is going to be small enough that we can probably just throw a load of troops and a big blob at them and we'll probably win. Okay, we'll hit X. Oh, we've got to pick a path. This is where my I like Dominions, and I like to think I'm okay at Dominions, but really, especially in multiplayer, you want to plan, right? You've got to plan out what you're going to do. I've got some vague ideas of what spells that I would like. For example, I really want to get Evocation 5 because I want to get, where are we? Illusory Army. We've also, we can't cast Wailing Winds easily because we don't have any air magic, but we could empower in air to do Wailing Winds. And Wailing Winds is a nice spell that just gradually reduces the enemy's morale. It can be combated a little bit easier now. The way that fear works, it has been changed in Dominion 6. So this used to be apparently like a game, pretty much a game-ending spell, really, especially if you stacked it with other fear attacks. There wasn't really any way to counter it. Now, Sermon of Courage will gradually work to increase to decrease the damage done by things like Wailing Winds. And what happens is this will kind of like so continuously target all enemies with Fear 1. Maximum of a -10 morale loss. Now, -10 is huge, but so this will gradually remove morale. You have to take a morale check every turn per soldier, and it'll keep dropping, and they'll just run off one by one. However, Sermon of Courage, which is the spell that the priest can cast, can be repeatedly cast to increase this, and lost morale, providing that they don't keep getting attacked with morale, will regenerate. Now, Wailing Winds will keep attacking them with morale because that's what it does. Anyway, Wailing Winds is a pretty scary spell. It's still going to be good. I think it's been nerfed sufficiently by the sounds of it. Still, it's still going to be pretty cool to use. So that would be a good thing we could go for in Evocation. Evocation is not a terrible path for us because we've got fire magic as well. So if in doubt, put something in there. We also want to start getting down towards Construction 3 because we can start getting lesser magic items and being able to buff up our veiled ones. Not the veiled one, the commander version. The unseen one. That would be pretty cool because we can use those as a thug as well. What do I mean by thug? You will see. Okay, researching construction 1 is complete. That's going to give us access to magic trinkets. So the weakest magic items that we can create. Our mages will be able to forge them. There was a battle in the first forest. Let's check this out. Okay, here's our battle line. But we've got the these the veiled ones are kind of on the edges of our battle line. Yeah, this should be okay. Look, we've got 3 commanders by the look of it. So hopefully these guys are going to go plow straight into the archers. The archers are then going to they're going to be tied up, and there's not a lot they can do. Let's put this on fast speed. We start getting off. Okay, there we go. I'll drop the speed down once the damage starts kicking in. Okay, we're taking out their archers already, and they're in skirmish formation too. Okay, looks like one of our knights got caught on the back of those that line, but these guys are going straight in for the archers. There we go. Okay, they're going to kill these archers. We're going to take less damage now from the archers because the archers are probably mostly going to be firing. Oh no, some of them are still firing at their target. Look, that's interesting. Okay, but we're killing the commanders. Yeah, we got to the commanders. I think we can take the commanders. They're all going to run. Okay, they've gone. Look, independent armies are routed. By the way, you can make this more visible by hitting the 2 key. It's defaulted to this kind of like thing, but I don't find that easy to read for me, so I like to highlight it with the 2 key. You press 3 to get more detail. By the way, I'll just show you this, by the way. So let's just look at this knight. If we hit the V key, V shows you a combat log for that individual unit. So here is a lady knight from Feminie, and if we hit V, but I don't know if this works with the... Yeah, we can do it with the Destrier as well, so with the mount as well. So, for example, Lady Knight hits Archer in the leg with a lance for 5 points of damage, and it tells you all the attack rolls. If people are interested, I can actually go into how all the attack rolls are calculated. Very briefly, it's a 2d6 roll. What's called a DRN, the Dominion's random number, is a 2d6 roll, and it's got exploding dice. So if you roll a 6 on any one of those dice, you replace that 6 with a 5, and then you roll the dice again and you add that number to it. And if you get a 6 again, immediately you replace that new 6 with a 5, and then you roll it again. So if you're lucky, you can get very high numbers, which means that even the lowliest of Hoburgs has a chance of killing a demon or something, you know, because if they get a lucky roll, it probably represents the Hoburg climbing up the demon's leg with a knife between his teeth, stabbing it between the legs. Whether it is that demons have their weak points, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this is the individual combat log anyway, and you can. So this is really, really good if you want to figure out what happened in a battle. You can click on an individual unit. You can also press the 4 key, and you can get even more. Here's the damage rolls versus the protection roll. You can also scroll up and down this, these lists here with the plus and minus keys on the keypad. So if you want to, if it's scrolled on a little bit too far, you can just go back, and then you can get more and less information as you need it. For the most part, you'll see that there's not much here at the moment. That's because this will only show important information such as spells that are being cast, and if someone's routing, or if there's a battlefield-wide spell that's gone up, something important like that. For the more fine detail stuff, you have to hit the 3 or 4 keys. Okay, there we go. So that's the battle stuff. Remember, you can turn on the grid as well you can turn the grid on with G if you think that looks better. I hate it. I think it looks horrendous. And, I can figure out what squares are on already just by looking at it, but some people prefer that. It might be useful for certain, for calculating things if you're trying to, look at your performance, okay, well, he was 6 squares away at combat round 10, so maybe I needed to start them further back, whatever. So it is dead useful. I just don't use it much. There are some other keys as well. If you hit the question mark, you can see all of the controls. I tend to use the replay controls a lot. So you've got the super slow motion, fast forward, turbo fast forward, etc. You can also now check the weather as well. So raining, clouds expire 25% faster. Fire magic is plus 50% fatigue cost. Okay, so it was actually raining in this battle. I didn't notice that. Also, it's daylight. Now, in the old Dominions games, when you hit, I think it was round 100, combat round 100, I think it was the attacker lost. I think that's how it worked. Now, what happens, I believe, is the sun starts to go down at a certain combat round, and then you'll be fighting in twilight, and then you'll be fighting in darkness. And as you're fighting in darkness, everybody's ability to fight goes right down, and then you'll start losing morale. And then so there's a bit more of an organic way of ending the battle. Now, I've not seen this yet, so I can't really speak for how that works. But this is what I've learned from watching one of Lucid Tactics videos. Okay, we lost 2 Feminie soldiers. That's not too bad considering we took a province. I can live with that. An unexpected event has occurred in Chilad. Traveling sorcerer was staked by upset peasants, but before his death, he cursed the land and everyone in it. Okay, so we've got a death scale here now. That will eventually fade away, by the way. I don't think it lasts forever. And also, Areto, our lady knight, or the lady commander, she has become, she's a famous hero. Let's go and have a look at this. There is a Hall of Fame in this game. Where is it? I can't remember which one it is. Oh yeah, by the way, you can recruit mercenaries in this game as well. We'll look at that later. I don't tend to do it very often. Here's the Hall of Fame. It's this gold coin. It's F3. So here we can see the Hall of Fame of all the top heroes in the game, the ones who won the most, killed the most stuff. So we've got Lemuria here. Look, we've got a quick death of Lemurian Centurion. Stories are being told about quick death, the Lemur Centurion, and his heroic battle prowess. Stories are being told about Hector Stark, the heavy cavalry, and his heroic battle progress. Okay, so this guy, he's not part of any nation. I wonder if that means he is a mercenary. I reckon it must be. Okay, so we've got... Anyway, so here's Areto. We can click on her and go straight to her character look. You'll see here, she's got a heroic ability. This one here says that she's leveled up, so she's got more experience. By the way, the experience increases things like leadership, morale, attack skill, all that kind of stuff. And you'll be able to see if you click. So, for example, if we click on defense skill, you'll see that she's actually got a +1 experience bonus to her defense. She's got 19 defense now. It's really, really high. Also, she's got heroic endurance. A hero with this ability recovers from fatigue at an unbelievable rate. Any commander entering the Hall of Fame gets a heroic ability that will become increasingly better while it remains in the Hall of Fame. So we've got to keep her in combat, and to keep her in the Hall of Fame. And by doing that, she's going to her ability will increase. So you'll see that she's actually got encumbrance 7, but she's going to get fatigue reduction. So she gets extra reinvigoration too. Fatigue's not something we've talked about, but basically every turn while they're moving, or I think it's when they, one round of melee combat basically gives them the fatigue, the encumbrance value in their fatigue. When you hit 100 fatigue, you pass out. They can't move. They're just too exhausted to move. So and then fatigue is recovered at, I think it's, units automatically recover 1 point of fatigue every combat round, or 5 points if it's unconscious. So once you're unconscious, you recover 5. So once you if you knock yourself out by overexerting yourself, whether you're casting spells or through combat, you will actually recover from that pretty quickly. So you'll only be unconscious if you cast a very big spell when you've not got, for long. I mean, if you cast a big spell when you're quite close to your maximum fatigue, then you can be unconscious for quite a long time. But anyway, she's getting a extra invigoration, so she's getting 3 fatigue points per turn recovered. So she could actually fight really well. I think she would actually be quite a good thug now. So what we could do is we could actually bring her back and try to kit her out with some equipment. Notice now also that we can forge magic items. So these are called trinkets. This is what you get at level 1 construction. And this has gone up from Dominions 5. Originally, you had access to these right at the start of the game, but now you have to get construction 1. So we get some basic magic items that we can kind of equip, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can get. The lucky rabbit foot charm is pretty cool. This gives you twist fate, so if you're attacked, it will just negate that attack. Got the pendant of courage, which gives you more morale, and it affects the mount too. All of these things can be really, really useful. The trinkets, don't overlook them. They're not always the strongest things. You've got an enchanted sword. This just gives you a magic attack essentially. But if you need magic damage, then that can be really, really useful. For example, if you're getting attacked by stuff that is ethereal, and you've got a hero that's got that basic magic sword, that is going to enable you to kill the ethereal units. So don't overlook the trinkets. They're not the best weapons you can get, the best magic items, but they can be quite useful. All right, let's see what we can recruit in this area, in the first forest. Not a lot. Get crossbowmen here. This is not bad. That might be worth actually recruiting some. Let me think about that. We might want some crossbows. Looks like mostly in this northern area that we're in, we haven't really got too much heavy infantry. Got some tribes. We've got Wolf Tribe down there. They're kind of like a type of barbarian. I think Wolf Tribe use double daggers, if I remember right. They got archers too. I don't know what's in Gladewood here. Did I put... Yeah, I need to put up some province defense here. If you're not sure if you put province defense up, if you hit the F1 key to go to the nation overview, hit tab just to close down all of the, to close it all down. And then you'll see here under defense, under defense, you'll see your province defense for each province. Okay. Right, what do we got? Amelia here is going to grab some of these troops. She's got some... Yeah, we're just going to put these into 2 groups. I think what we're going to do is we're going to charge straight forwards with our soldiers, and We will have our archers on the front line firing immediately too. I think we'll probably put those... No, we won't put them in skirmish formation, just because their morale's a little bit low anyway. He's just going to go on attack. Okay, so Amelia is just going to charge straight in here, I think. Oh no, they've not got many archers. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get these. We'll get these in skirmish, and we'll have these on the back. Amelia is there. Okay, that's fine. She can stay in troops. Put those on hold and attack. You guys can go on fire. Okay, there we go. We might end up losing these if they get hit because they've got less morale, but morale 11's not too bad, I guess. But it might be. I think their morale might be less actually. Yeah, they're in their home province, so they're getting extra +1. So their morale's actually going to be 10. Might put them in box actually to increase their morale. They're going to get hit more often, but there aren't that many archers here, I don't think. Okay, let's get Amelia off doing that job. We've also got Volda here. Now she also only has low leadership. But how many of this she got? 24. No, I think we're just going to put these on Volda instead. So she can also take 2. She's got less leadership technically. However, she's also got some spells that she can cast. We're going to cast Personal Luck. This is like looks really good. Lucky basically gives you a 75% chance of escaping an otherwise deadly blow or spell. So if this was a spell that's going to, if this is an attack that's going to kill you, you've got a 75% chance of dodging it, and that will keep going. So you're actually quite hard to kill when you're lucky. So that's a really, really good spell. That's only going to affect her though, not anyone else. She's only got Glamour 1, so we don't get access to some great spells like False Fetters, which is going to tie up like enemy units, which is really good because that can like really break up their battle lines as they come in if you start tying them up. Or you're not going to be able to cast Sleep, and that's another one. That will put someone to sleep. Now that's better than it sounds. Like it's really, really good against commanders. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to cast Blessing, because she can actually bless. So we'll be able to increase the morale of our sacred units at the very least. I think I'm going to have her... She should probably stay behind troops. I think I'll get casting spells. Get her there. Boulder. Let's go back into this and we're going to script a few more spells. So she's going to cast Personal Luck. She's going to cast Blessing first. Twice. She's going to do it because Blessing covers 5 troops, so I'm going to need to do it twice. Might just do it. How many of these have we got? Oh yeah, we've got 10. We're going to cast Blessing twice. Hit X, by the way, to repeat a command here. Then she's going to cast Personal Luck, and then she's going to cast Blurred Body might be good. Yeah, so blur. She could actually blur the other troops. That's not going to help very much with the sacreds. Actually, they're already glamoured. I mean, it will help. Go for. Yeah, she's already got mirror image. Skilled glamour mage will get more images than a less skilled one. Okay, so we've already got glamour, so this mirror image is not going to do anything to us. But casting Blurred Body is going to help. That's going to make enemies attack -2 attack skill. We can have a look at for those who are interested, we can actually look at the odds that are involved when you're looking at relative things like what is the attack. Like if attack 10 is attacking defense skill 10, what is the odds? I think it works out about 48%, something like that. But we can look at that later if people are interested. I know some of you are real big min-maxers and enjoy that side of the game, and I think that Dominions is great for that if you are really interested. Let's send a scout out in this direction, see what we can find over here. In fact, we'll send it down this way. By the way, usually you can only move one province. Sorry, you can only move to like the next province within your movement range. But I've got a setting on here in preferences, which is multi-turn movement. With this enabled, you'll be able to set your commanders to move more than they can do in a single month and have them continue on that move automatically the next month. Yeah, once you've got used to the game, this is really, really helpful. It's just a nice little UI feature that saves you from having to manually move troops further and further each turn. Now, yeah, okay, so Kersey here is actually done preaching. I might actually send her out and we'll see if we can get her some... Let's get her casting some spells. She can actually cast Divine Blessing, which is going to bless everyone on the map. So we can stop her from doing that. And we can actually, instead, what I'm going to do get her casting Blur a couple of times for 2 combat rounds. Then she'll go with Personal Luck, and now she might actually cast Blur on herself. Let's get her standing in amongst the these normal troops. If we can blur a few Feminie soldiers, they're gonna be much more likely to survive. We'll also get our mage here. She's going to cast Divine Blessing with as a prophet. Gosh, she's got loads of stuff, so she can cast. Wow, she's got loads of combat spells. Going into evocation was probably a good idea. Like, she's got Arcane Bolt. This is an astral spell that does, it's +3 precision, I think. Is that precision 3 or +3 precision? I forget what that actually. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's the precision that you get, the extra precision. So it's quite precise, and yeah, it does 20 armor negating damage. So this is actually pretty good. Like, you can fire this quite far, and it's quite quick to cast as well. It's only 75% of the time to cast, so you can get 3 of these off in 2 rounds. And yeah, this is armor negating that damage. This is really good for killing like heavily armored troops. Got Bewitching Lights. This is going to stun an area of effect of 3, so that's probably about 9. It's probably going to hit about 9 human-sized troops and stun them. Armor negating, but it is magic resistance, negates easily still. Against certain troops, that's going to be pretty difficult to counter, I'd say. And that's going to stunning is pretty bad. I mean, if you're stunned in combat, you're going to get killed. She's got loads of spells, by the way, loads and loads and loads of spells. Sermon of Courage is probably a good one to be casting to. But I think that might be good. Increase their morale. By the way, you don't normally need to think about scripting such little battles like this so well. I'm just trying to show you, and also it's fun for me, but I'm just trying to show you that you can really, there's so many spells and so many ways to conduct your battles that there's endless fun in this game. It's so cool. If this is your jam, you're going to love Dominions, seriously. Okay, False Fetters. Yeah, okay. So that's the sort of thing that I wanted to cast on the AI, I think. So let's cast Blur a few times. Yeah, we'll do Blur a few times. Then we're going to do Divine Blessing, because that is infinite range. And then I'm probably going to go with... get Blur again. She'll probably blur herself then. And she can do Mirror Image, because she's not glamoured by nature. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We'll send her out anyway. Okay, they're going to go in this direction. Along with this mage support, this little army might actually do quite well against these as well. Let's see how we go. Areto here. How many troops have we got left? Quite a lot. Quite a lot. Wolf Tribe would probably be quite doable. We've also got the archers here. Yeah, she's going to have to go to this province here. I think. Troll Canyons. We don't know what's in Gladewood. But we know that we've got archers, militia, and heavy infantry. I don't think we need to mess too much with this. Again, we've got no major support here, but I think they'll be okay. I don't think I'm going to have those go for archers, though. I think I'm going to have those attack rear this time. Let's just see. Have these attack archers. Hold and attack archers. So I hit Shift and A there, just over this. There are tons and tons of hotkeys, by the way, on this screen as well. So all of this stuff, you don't have to menu dive all the time. Once you've learned the hotkeys, you can just like attack. H for hold and attack, J for hold and fire, Y for fly attack. Yeah, and then if you're doing hold and attack, you can then hit Shift and press R to go attack rear, C to attack closest. I think A is archers. There we go. There's monsters with hold and attack M. So yeah, you can go all out on kind of like carefully scripting what you want to do. Very, very, very interesting system in my opinion. You can just give them a general hold and attack order and they will just attack what they think is right to attack. I don't think it's that randomized. All right. Emilia here is going to wait. Let's recruit some more troops. I'm going to get another set of knights now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and then we'll get some. Yeah, we'll also get our holy units out. And we'll get another sorceress. Okay. Or do I get the savant for the research? Cheaper research. I think I do. Let's have a look at our money. Yeah. We haven't got a whole lot of money at the moment, so let's go for the cheaper research option. For the most part, I think she's going to be sat doing that job of researching rather than actually getting out and doing combat. We found Jomon. This province contains 30 enemy units. The army consists mainly of Aka-Oni samurai and Soheis. Okay, the Red Devil, like the Red Demon samurais, and Soheis. A huge raven of the underworld was seen towering over the army. Okay, so we know what their pretender is now. It's the Raven of the Underworld. Ginormous bird. A gigantic bird, I should say. There's no such word as ginormous. The local defense of this province appears to be very strong and well organized. There's a castle here, and the castle must be sieged. Okay, let's just do a little bit more exploring, see what we can find. We'll keep moving around in Jomon's lands to see what we can explore. And I think that's it for this turn. Okay, researching construction is complete. Canny the Feminie sorceress found a magic site in Black Forest. The Mirror Wall Palace. Let's just go and have a look at that. So, we found a Mirror Wall Palace. Oh, this is interesting. Wow, what a great site. So this is a glamour site. It gives us 3 glamour gems per turn, which is awesome. Also, it enables us to get the Sorceress. Sorceress is a female mage who specializes in astral and glamour magic. She also gets 20% chance to get death or air. This is great. She's going to be expensive, I bet. Yeah, 188. She's old as well. She's old, so yeah. So there's that. When they're old, when they will start to get diseases and die and stuff. However, it might be worth just recruiting some of these, just on the off chance that 1 in 5 of them is going to have, well, what's this going to be? 1 in 5 is 20%, but then we've got to divide that by 4 again. So that's like basically 5% of them are going to be air, 5% of them are going to be death. It might be worth doing that. I don't know. Like our mages are probably a little bit better than this, to be honest. They're not old either. So you got like this would be a fantastic site find, right? If you do not have glamour magic or astral, like if you found this as a nation that did not have either astral or glamour, you would be over the moon, right? For us, I'm over the moon simply because we've got a whole bunch more of astral gems now. So I'm very pleased we found that. That was really, really good. But I think Canny here, he's probably going to have to go back now. Let's go and send it over to Whitehaven, and we'll go. I'll do that manually. Okay, let's just check to see what we've got in the battle. So, battle in Trotton. Okay, here we go. What have we got? We've got a priest and we've got 1 commander, Caspar the commander. So yeah, this is a pretty simple battle. I think we're going to get. Oh no, we've got 2 commanders. Sorry, there's also. Oh no, there's a heavy infantry just mixed up. 2 commanders, 3 commanders. Okay, 3 commanders seems to be like the sort of standard here. Okay, let's just stop these. We're in combat round 1. Our archers are running forward to engage. They might have run a bit forward a bit too far, a bit too quick. Hopefully my other troops can get there in time before these. I should have put them on. There's a spell you can. Sorry, there's a script where you can get them to run away. But I think that these are going to get caught now. So unless we're very, very lucky, we might lose. Oh, are they going for, which are they going for? They're going for the archers? Yeah, they're going for the archers. Okay, the archers are going to fail. Yeah, these are militia, so they're not the best troops. They do have the shield. Yeah, okay, so we lost some archers there. Yeah, this is unlucky on my side, I think. Or maybe bad scripting. Oh, wow, look at that! So that was Flame Bolt. So, Kersey to the rescue. Kersey the Prophet. So let's just check that out. If we just hit the 3 key. And where are we? Let's just go back to this. Kirsty prepares to cast the spell Flame Bolt and go back down. So yeah, Feminie sorceress hit militia with a ranged attack. Let's move away from this graphics. And yeah, 16 points of damage on one. It hit 10 points of damage on another and 13 points of damage on another. And you can see that basically, look, there's those damage scales that's going up there. Look, the numbers. So we just obliterated a whole bunch of these guys. I'm pretty sure that they're going to rout after that. Their morale's gone down to 8, look. Oh, their morale was only 8 anyway. Okay, this is interesting. Hopefully this was enough to... Here comes another flame bolt. Oh, it just deleted another tile. So as you can see, even the early magic is pretty strong in this game. You know, it can change the tide of a battle. There we go, look. So that actually saved some of our archers. Meanwhile, it looks like our veiled ones are pressing through, and they're taking on these. Archers now after soundly defeating the heavy infantry here. Fantastic stuff. And our commanders are just sat there at the back, doing commanders magic stuff, casting buffs. Yeah, because they're out of range now of like combat spells, so they're just going through their AI script. It'd be interesting to see just how much better the AI scripting has got. It looks better to me. I don't know, like depending on what you're looking for. We lost 2 Feminie archers, we lost 1 Feminie soldier, but we didn't lose any veiled ones. And our sorceress got 6 kills, so that's great news. Okay, there's a battle in Troll Canyons. This is our larger force that is unsupported by mages. What do we got here? Okay, yeah, another fairly standard army, late age army. Here we go. I don't anticipate too many problems here, guys. I think, yeah, look, particularly since those commanders are all sat at the back, I think we're going to send our knights around the back, the lady knights. Glamoured troops are engaging on the front line. Here we are into combat round 4. Now, some of our troops with the main line have hit the militia. They're going to wreck those guys. I don't think militia are going to do very much at all to our front line. However, we've only got 3 veiled ones here. One of them is injured too. She's got a never healing wound, reducing her hit points by 20 hit points or 20%. However, they've got some experience now, so they're leveled up. I don't know if they're going to hold back this many troops. We've got a lone lady at arms coming in to help. Knights have gone around the back. Looks like they're going to be taking out those commanders in short order. Let's hope that they can save. Okay. Every time you hear a woman scream, by the way, that's one of our troops dying. Okay, I think those commanders have gone. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Done. So the knights did their job. They got round the back. They killed the commanders. Now they're taking out all those archers. Excellent job, guys. Okay, so we lost 3 Feminie archers. Okay, so that's not too bad. Again, these are really, really cheap to replace. No problemo. Actually, I thought that these guys were quite hard to expand with, but I think that I was talking to Lucy Tactics, and he's like, oh, I know they've got heavy cavalry. So you know, basically, if you've got cavalry, you can. He said, especially in Dominion 6 now, it's easier to expand with cavalry because they're cheaper. Because if you lose any, then they just get replaced quite quickly, or they can be replaced more quickly because if it's just the mount that's died. So yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Why didn't I think of that? So you don't have to rely on these guys. Yeah. So anyway, here we go. An unexpected event that's coming in Feminie. Children are disappearing at night. Strange creatures skulk the wilderness. Unrest 25 and +1 magic. Okay, so actually got +2. Okay, that's still just +2. Yeah, I don't think we. Maybe we can't go any higher than magic, or unless maybe it had gone down from something. I'm not really sure there. All right. Now the rivers are frozen, and you'll see that we can actually cross these rivers now because we are now into early winter, and it's cold. And yeah, we should be able to. Where do we want to go? Do we expand this direction further? Looks like we've got 120 troops here. This would be a province that we'd want to take. Alternatively, we've got this one here. Now, this province here and this province here are not too bad. I think this would make a good castle. Also got barbarians here. Barbarians are quite scary. But I think that our troops are probably going to be okay against barbs. We got enough. Just depends on how many there are. It's saying 70, so that's kind of anywhere between about 115 to about 35, something like that. 35 would be easy to beat. 70 would probably be okay. 100 odd, bit more difficult. Barbarians will absolutely wreck knights. Although they do have high defense skill, and barbarians don't have the highest attack. They just hit like a truck. They are incredibly strong. They'll kill giants quite easily. Put it into perspective. Okay, let's see what we've got to recruit this turn. Did I recruit anything? I might have missed the recruitment last turn. If so, that's a bit of a mistake, but it's not the end of the world. We want to get some more knights. Actually, yeah, we've already got. Yeah, we don't need another. We don't need another lady commander. So let's just get some more knights. Now we've got loads more resources to play with. Look, as we're starting to open up. Don't forget. I want more of these Feminie sorcerers. We're starting to get more income. We're spending 42 per turn on 3 Feminie sorcerers, 24 per turn on 3 Feminie savants. Yeah, they're kind of the most expensive thing that we've got. The Feminie sorcerers are really, really expensive, but they are really good mages for this era, I'd say. I might just get... Yeah, let's get those. The more good, combat mages we've got, the better. If we do get attacked by someone who, comes in kind of quick, that could be scary for us to deal with. Let's just not waste our resources. It's resources that we are constrained on. All right. Excuse me. This is a really nice little screen. It tells you what you're spending your gold on this turn. So gold spent on commanders, gold spent on new units, and you can click on here and you can reset all the recruitment. So you don't have to just go into every province now and stop all your recruitment for commanders or units. You can just click on here and do it. So lots and lots of little tools to reduce, some of the excessive management that some people were complaining about in Dominions. All right. Yeah, that was a fairly effective force. Are they effective enough to go and take on mainly heavy infantry? I'm actually going to get her to cast advance and cast spells. I think the reason being because I want her to... Yeah, I want her to get into combat. If she dies, she dies. I'm not going to cry if she does. I like my mages to be, to be active. Malicious heavy infantry and archers. That looks like a more safe bet, actually. So let's get those down this way. Surprised we've not found the AI yet. Looks like, but we've not penetrated very deep into this world. We've not gone south essentially. We've gone left, west, east and west. Yeah, I think this would be a really, really good place to put up a fort. I think here. We want to get as many forts up as possible because forts will increase the amount of troops and mages that we can produce, essentially. We're going to get 1, 2... Get 3. And then we'll get some frontline troops as well. And I think I'm going to switch to the swords, these Feminie swordswomen. In fact, we probably could go for these. The Lady at Arms, they've got significantly better troops. Or we could get some of the archers. You can get a lot of archers. And maybe the archers are a better bet. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, folks, I'm going to end the turn because I didn't... sorry, I'm going to end the episode. I didn't realise I'd been playing for so long. This is one of the things about Illwinter's games. I kind of get really, really carried away. And some of... Those of you who watch my videos a lot will know. Sometimes my videos will go on for like an hour and a half because I just completely forget that I'm recording. I'm just sat here talking away to myself and just enjoying these games. But there is so much meat in these games to get your teeth into, and I can talk about Daz Tactic a lot. But if you go and watch Daz Tactic when he's doing the live stream or when he's playing, and you'll see him like go into the battles and he'll be looking at all the numbers. You're like, oh, that one rolled plus, he got 15 against the defense of 10, and he'll be working it all out. I love seeing people get into the game like that. It just shows you just how detailed and interesting the simulation is behind the strategic choices the player gets to make. And yeah, there is just so much of it. Like, this is just one nation out of, I think it's like nearly 100 they've got now. I think it might even be over 100 at this point if you include all 3 ages, and they're all really different. Even the nations between the ages do differ in significant ways that make them play differently. So like early age Pangaea will play slightly differently to middle age Pangaea, and late age Pangaea will play different again because they've just got different tools. And it's just really, really great to see that there's so much detail in the even in this new faction. I mean, look at the troops that we get to recruit. They don't seem like there's that many, right? But they're all useful. They're all useful for different things. And when you add all the new spells in and stuff, like the different mage types, man, I can't wait. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you enjoy the series, and I will catch you next time. Leave a comment and let me know how you're enjoying this, by the way. I want to know, is the pacing right? You know, I'm not coughing too much. Like, I just, it's really, really helpful to have feedback, and also just say hello as well. Like, I've got the best community. Like, there is no doubt about it. The community of people who watch my, particularly my Illwinter videos, but like generally speaking, are just so helpful. Like, often we'll get people in the comments who are showing me like better ways to play, and you know, how to improve my game, and picking me up where I miss stuff. So yeah, just get involved if you want. You're not obliged, but come and say hello, and you know, leave me a comment, and I try to reply to every comment that I get. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.